You're now watching The Wash Daily. So, today on The Wash, we're talking about CBD and how it's now becoming available in a synthetic version. The companies who are making it in a lab, and they're not using cannabis to make it. It's made out of synthetic compound, and I'm not sure how they get around using cannabis, but they are. And the reason why they're starting to make synthetic CBD is because the argument is some states are not allowing cannabis. And so if you have CBD created in a lab, it was never coming from cannabis plants. It was artificially made. Actual CBD comes from cannabis plants, which is a problem if the state doesn't allow for cannabis. So it makes more sense to their bottom line to get a synthetically made CBD. Now the problem is, CBDs aren't new in a synthetic version, it's just that they've been banned because they've been dangerous. Oftentimes when they make synthetic CBD, they add poisonous chemicals to it, which are very toxic. And that's the case with CBD. And when we look at anything synthetic, it's never as good as the real thing. So, in news today, because of this raging pandemic called COVID-19, dispensaries are taking heavy measures to prevent this disease from spreading and from contaminating their places of business. What they're doing is they're discouraging high fives and handshakes. They're not letting people smell the weed or touch the weed at all, and they're using gloves and masks. And from what it looks like is people are buying lots of toilet paper and also beer and cannabis. So the cannabis stores are running out of cannabis, the beer stores are running out of beer, there isn't any toilet paper, and that's probably going to be fine, I hope. So the dispensaries who are open now are also prioritizing their medical cannabis customers, and they're really pushing the idea of home delivery. So, also in news, an article was out today on Leafly. They put out a study from the 1970s that showed that there was an effectiveness on glaucoma patients who were using cannabis. So what seems to happen is with glaucoma, there's a tremendous amount of pressure that builds up into the eye, and when people smoke cannabis, somehow the pressure is reduced and the symptoms are lessened. There's probably more to the story, but it seems like overall, when folks are using cannabis, they're getting a lot of relief in their eyes when they have glaucoma. The study went on to say that it was a problem though, because the person would have to smoke a lot of cannabis to get proper relief. You know, folks with glaucoma are great candidates for concentrates. The article they put out didn't really herald cannabis as the true cure, rather maybe a clue on a way to move. It's widely known that cannabis is a cure for so many ailments: glaucoma, hypertension, attention deficit hyperactive disorder. It's also come out that cannabis may have potential in fighting infectious disease. Thanks for watching The Wash Daily.